I'm speaking on Peabridge in general. And the first thing is the streets. And I know this is a dead horse because I've been beating him for the last 3 years. And I guess I keep beating him until God decided to blow breath back into his nostrils until I'm done. Those pictures will show you what Papa Square and there's an area by the funeral home looks like. I'm pretty sure very few of you have been over there. And I'm almost sure, on the back one will tell you where it is. I'm almost sure, no, I'm not almost sure. I'm very sure that you wouldn't want to run across those streets every day. It is downright ridiculous. We're talking about our city. The residents over there pay taxes just like they do over on Sweat Street, wherever Sweat Street is. And there are apartments over in Pop Square. Well, the residents might not have to pay taxes over there, but I'm also on the housing committee, and I know they pay taxes. And I feel like if we're going to try to improve Homerville, per se, then that area is part of Homerville as far as I remember. And also we talked about the houses, those dilapidated houses. Now I'm pretty sure that some of those houses over there, nobody would want to live next to them because that is bringing down the property value of the house next door. I think about 2 years ago, we talked about the cars, abandoned cars on property. Letters were sent out. There was one person that I remember moved the cars from his property. I mean, I don't understand why are we going to put all these wheels in motion and all of a sudden something gets stuck in the wheel and it gets stopped. I mean, we're here to improve the community. What we're doing is letting it run down. I look at Channel 10 News all the time. And believe it or not, as small as Hayhire is, Hayhire runs circles around Homerville over and over. And it's a downright shame. It's a shame that we don't care no more about our community than what's happening. Okay, another thing is, and I'm just going to jump on Tom's bandwagon right now. Back, when we had the night out, that night out we had back in, I believe it was October, we were supposed to be getting some goals over there at Peabridge Community Center. Unless they got up to date, they're not here. See, we make all these promises, empty promises. We're not going anywhere like that. Nowhere except backward. And we're not supposed to be looking backward. We're supposed to be looking forward. Because if we keep reaching back there, grabbing this stuff behind us, that holds us back. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. It's time for us to step up and do something for this community and stop. And I won't say what I want to say. Stop making promises that you're not going to keep. Stop making promises. If you're not going to do it, just say, well, you know what? I ain't going to do it. And nobody will be expecting anything. Enough is enough. And like I said, I've been beating this horse for 3 years. 3 years I've been beating the same old dead horse. And he ain't got up and moved yet. And if we don't do something, he ain't going to move. We can't bury him. He just going to lay there. Something got to be done.
Georgia?
Yes, ma'am.
I agree with you. We have, Cecil Vest is chair of what's called the nuisance committee. It's been changed from code enforcement. And I think all the, not the street paving, because we need to take care of that, but the vacant cars, the dilapidated cars, the houses, ought to be reported to that committee and let them handle that, okay? we need to change that.
I know my sister went around, like I said, it's been about 2 or 3 years ago. She went around and got a list.
Who did?
Cat.
Oh, yeah, well.
And brought it up here. Only one person removed those cars from his yard. One person.
Okay, this committee, the code enforcement committee, appointed the police department, police chief, and he can assign whomever to enforce it. So we have an enforcer. Okay?
Okay?
But go before that committee and give that list to them, Ted. Did you say you had a solution?
Can I add really quick? The basketball goals were ordered before the night out. They came in around a month ago, and we've been waiting on the contractor to come. But Adam's got rid of the weld the goals up because the last 2 or 3 times y'all put goals up, you bolted them up there and they were stolen. And so with the weather, I don't know why the contractor hasn't come yet, but we've already got a contract or spoken with the contractor to come with a service truck so he can weld the goals up there.
Yeah.
So they've been in for a month. We've been trying to get somebody to put them up, and we couldn't get anybody. He's supposed to be coming. He's supposed to be in here 3 weeks ago.
His truck broke down, Tom, and the reason they're not here this week, I got the drop down goals.
Yeah, the goals have been in for like a little over a month. We've just been trying to get somebody to put them up. And they've been there. I don't know what the problem was. The rec park ordered them. We ordered them before the night out, and they just came in a month ago. It's not just your normal goal you go buy from Walmart. It's a good. Yeah. And so I mean we've had them ordered, and I'm sorry they haven't been in. We haven't gotten them up yet.
I'm bringing this to you from the love of my heart and for the love of my community. I live in this community, and I love it. If I hadn't, I wouldn't come back here. But I love this community, and I want to see the best for the community, not just one street, every street. Because we have residents on every street in Homerville, and they all need to be taken care of.
Did you want to address that, Keith?
Let me address that. Cecil West and myself have driven through here. Driven through Popple Square, which has the absolute worst road I've ever seen in my life. And they can add stuck tires to get through some of it. You're right.
People are throwing their cars away.
But here's what I think the answer is. We are working on that. I'm working with the housing authority. I think that we can work with them with utilizing HUD money, and that's what we're working on right now. The housing authority has obligated to pay what we call pilot taxes. Based on some financial needs that they had in the past, they haven't been paying. Right? Well, I asked them whether if there was a possibility that we could suspend the collecting of pilot money, which we haven't collected since 2001 anyway. Could they utilize HUD money to do
Excuse
this?
me, what does that mean, pilot money?
Pilot is that payment in lieu of taxes.
Oh, okay. That's good.
And the agreement that we're working up is that the authority will utilize money they have available immediately to repay all that, where we were going to utilize SPLOST money. That SPLOST money can be redirected towards other projects, maybe out there in the ridge, or not having going anywhere else in town that might need that work. But that is something that we are working on, and I'm happy to announce that we are actually working on that problem. And anyone that knows Cecil Best is very proactive in the committee that the mayor assigned him to, and he is working hard to look at these areas of concern in the city.